Hey friends, Joe Owens here with JoeOwensCustomBaits.com. You know, in our ongoing effort to help you be the best bass fisherman that you can be, I wanted to do a video today, and I wanted to do it on a bait that's been around for decades. It's a bait that you can fish on the surface. You can fish it at mid-depth range. You can slow roll this bait, fish it right along the bottom. I'm talking a bait that's just as effective, fishing it in and around grass, isolated bushes, or throwing it right up in the heaviest wood cover that you can and fishing it in and around stumps and lay down logs, fishing it around boat docks. It's just as effective over open water as it is in heavy cover. And without further ado, wow, what a fantastic bait. Let me show you one of the best baits that's ever been created. This is a bait that will catch 1-pound bass, and it'll catch 15-pound bass. Catch largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, spotted bass, stripers, you name it. And here you go. Wow, there you got it. In case you didn't know, I'm talking about the ever popular, fantastic bait. This is one of my all-time favorite baits. If I had to pick one bait that 12 months out of the year, from California to Mexico to Florida and everywhere in between, that would catch numbers of fish and some of the biggest fish that swim, I would probably end up choosing the spinnerbait. Now, I want to show you 5 specific spinnerbaits today that we make here at JoeOwensCustomBaits.com. And I want to explain to you real quick why we make these different baits. So let's start with late winter, early spring, when the big bass first start moving up, and they're coming off the deep water points at the main lake ledges. They're coming up to shallow water areas, maybe, you know, anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks before they spawn. They're just starting to move up. But during this time, you're going to have a few really big fish that have already moved up into shallow water, and these are the bass that I'm targeting with this bait. The bait that I'm talking about, this is a bait that I designed, and it is a fantastic bait for this application. Now, the bait that I'm talking about, this is a 1/2 ounce head here. It's one of our Elite Series spinner baits that we carry. It's got a wide gap Gamakatsu spinner bait hook on it, okay? Look at the size of that monstrous thumper blade. Also, I want you to note this. We use only super strong ultra flex wire. It gives you great vibration. Notice the red eyes there. That's absolutely key. You know, one of the things that we started doing this past year too, and I'm very excited about this. For those of you that don't know, I've been fishing spinnerbaits for probably 45 years. I've been making spinnerbaits since 1991. So, you know, it's 2025. I've been at it a while. 2 of the most important aspects of any spinnerbait, and a lot of guys never consider it, is making sure that you're using the right style and the right size of blade for proper water displacement. That's absolutely crucial, and that's absolutely key to catching numbers of fish and really big fish. As you can see, this is a giant thumper Colorado blade. The other thing that is often overlooked on a spinnerbait, and it's extremely important, is the style of trailer that you use. Now, I will tell you this, 30 years ago, the trailer that I primarily used at that time was, you remember the original 7-inch culprit ribbon tail worms? I'd cut 2 inches off the head, and I'd use a 5-inch ribbon tail worm. A lot of times I'll use a paddle tail worm, you know, just like a 4-inch ribbed worm, and that's a very good trailer. But about a year ago, a bait come out that I've been using as a trailer, and it's such a good trailer, we're actually putting it on the back of our spinner baits, our bladed swim jigs, and our buzz baits. And what I'm talking about, this is a segmented paddle tail trailer made by X Zone Lures, and it is a fantastic trailer. I guarantee you this trailer will add action and bulk to your baits, and it will help you catch more fish and bigger fish. So the application with this bait for me, early in the spring, I throw it out, and I'm targeting fish that are in less than 5 feet of water. Throw it up on a flat, in and around isolated cover, and you slow roll it back, keep your rod tip high. This big old thumper blade displaces a ton of water, and you will catch some giant bass on this. The second blade that I wanted to talk to you about today is when you get a lot of fish that are in and around shallow water. Again, I'm talking from that 3 to 8 foot zone. This is also a bait that I do really well with. I'm not really sure why, but in and around wood and rocky cover, this is a dynamite bait. And the bait that I'm talking about is a similar bait to what I was just talking about, but this is a tandem Colorado bait here. Fantastic bait. Notice the red eyes here. Got the matching X-Zone trailer there. Got our Signature Series custom multi-layered skirts. Again, the Ultra Flex wire. That's key. That is so important. Another bait that I'm not going to kid you. I don't fish it a whole lot, but we have a lot of customers that do. It's a very popular bait, and a lot of guys like it. And this is a bait that they call a tandem. And that simply means that you got a smaller Colorado blade here in the front, and then you got a medium-sized willow on the back. It doesn't put out as much vibration as a singular tandem Colorado spinnerbait does, but this is a very effective bait here. This is a new color for us that I designed here this past year, and it's a dynamite color. When I was looking or thinking about a name for this that I felt was appropriate, for some reason in my mind I kept thinking of Captain Hook. So the color is called Captain Hook. It's black and gray and silver. Got the X-Zone black matching trailer here. Again, the Ultra Flex wire. The red eyes are key. Super sharp Gamakatsu hook. Fantastic spinnerbaits. You're not going to find a better spinnerbait anywhere. For me, I do good fishing this style of spinnerbait that is called a tandem. I like to fish at in and around the edge of docks and in and around isolated cover. Now, a bait that's going to be your bread and butter bait once the water warms up. And I'm talking specifically from like May through September, October, that time of year. It's a very popular bait, and a lot of guys fish it. And here you go. This is a tandem willow leaf. You see it's got two tandem willow leaf blades on here. For those of you that have never purchased our spinnerbaits, we use American-made blades. We use a quality ball bearing swivel. It's made, again, in the United States. Got the Gamakatsu hook here. Ultra Flex wire. That is so important. I can't overemphasize that. Now, this is obviously a completely custom color. This is a color you're not going to see that anybody else has. And, to be honest with you, when I designed this color, in my mind, I was trying to match the old Robo-Worms made a color called Morning Dawn, and it's a great color. But when I got done with this color, in my mind, the name Flamingo Flash is more fitting. This is a very, very good spinnerbait, and this is a color that works surprisingly well in both clear and stained water applications. Tandem willow leaf spinnerbait is designed to be fished a little bit faster. It's designed to be fished around sparse cover. When you see the bass out over open water busting shad, this is a good blade configuration to target those fish. Also, around the edge of docks, also any shallow grass, pepper grass, eelgrass, cattails, that kind of thing. Double willow is a good option for that. And the other bait that we carry, this again is kind of a specialized bait in my opinion. Okay, this particular head is a 3/4 head, 3/4 ounce head. You got the red eyes here. Again, the Ultra Flex wire. Got the X-Zone trailer. Our custom Signature Series multi-layered skirts here. Good quality, super sharp Gamakatsu spinnerbait hook. Now look at the blade configuration here though. You have a smaller Colorado blade and a monstrous Indiana blade. This is what a lot of old school spinnerbait fishermen refer to this as kind of a chop and drop bait, is how it was explained to me in the late 1980s and early 1990s when I first started fishing this type of spinnerbait. With that big Indiana blade, when you're pulling the bait and you drop the rod tip and let it fall on a slack line, what happens is the bait will tumble, but the blade's kind of rolling. It's kind of thumping as it goes down, and it really draws a lot of reactive strikes. And one thing that's special about this also, and it's important to understand, when you have a Colorado blade and an Indiana blade like this, and you're fishing it in and around shallow wood cover, in and around docks, and you want to drop the bait, make sure that you order the heavier heads, because it's kind of like fishing a heavy football head jig. You want the heavier head so the bait falls fast. You're creating a reaction bite is what you're doing with that. But that's 5 of the baits that we carry. I invite you to check out our online store at joeowenscustombaits.com. For those of you that may not know, we offer free nationwide shipping on every order. Back our products with a 100% guarantee. All of our products are made right here in the United States by yours truly. And again, we ship it free from California to Florida right to your door. It doesn't cost you a penny. Please check out our YouTube and our Instagram channels at Joe Owens Custom Baits, or go directly to our online store and check out our full line of spinnerbaits, buzz baits, flipping jigs, football head jigs, bladed swim jigs, regular swim jigs, and we also got some fine quality plastic baits on there as well at joeowenscustombaits.com. God bless you and your family, and thanks for watching the video today.